Did you know? Some common foods, when stored in the refrigerator, don't just lose their nutrients, they can actually become dangerous to your health, especially for older adults. Today, we're revealing 9 everyday foods that should never go in the fridge, and why avoiding this mistake could protect your health. Every year, around 48 million Americans suffer from food poisoning. More than 3,000 die. And the most terrifying part? Many of them are seniors, people who believed the fridge was the safest place to store food. But the truth is the opposite. Your refrigerator, once thought to preserve food, might be silently turning everyday items into hidden health hazards. Foodborne illness, nutrient loss, dangerous chemical reactions, they can all stem from one seemingly harmless habit: improper storage. Have you ever put potatoes, tomatoes, or garlic in the fridge? Stored bread there to keep it fresh? Or thought refrigerating olive oil or coffee was a smart idea? If so, stop now. In today's video, we'll explore 9 incredibly common foods that should never be refrigerated, and the science behind why. This isn't just about taste or texture. This is about your health, and potentially, your life, especially if you're over 60. Don't let a small mistake ruin your meal or your well-being. Watch until the end to learn how to store food the right way to preserve nutrients and protect your family. Have you unknowingly turned something as harmless as a potato into poison in your own kitchen? Most people think refrigerating potatoes keeps them fresh. But for older adults with weakened immunity, this can be a dangerous move. Cold temperatures accelerate the conversion of starch into sugar. When these potatoes are cooked, especially roasted or fried, that sugar reacts with amino acids to form acrylamide, a chemical linked to cancer in animal studies. Cold-stored potatoes also become oddly sweet, soft, discolored, and nutritionally depleted. What starts as a healthy, energy-rich vegetable becomes a risky, inferior version. If you're a senior, or cooking for one, this is a warning you can't ignore. The right way to store potatoes? Keep them in a cool, dry, well-ventilated place. Never in the fridge. Small change, big impact, for a healthier future. Think refrigerating bread keeps it fresh longer? Unfortunately, it's a common mistake that could be harming your health. In cold conditions, a process called refrigerating causes the starches in bread to recrystallize, making it dry and stale faster than at room temperature. But the bigger concern is mold. As bread hardens and cracks, it absorbs moisture again, creating the perfect environment for mold growth. Some molds produce mycotoxins, toxins that can harm your liver, nervous system, and immune function, especially in seniors. And don't think cutting off the moldy part is enough. Mycotoxins can penetrate deep into the bread and continue doing damage. The solution? Store bread in a sealed bag at room temperature. If you need to keep it longer, freeze it, never refrigerate it. To older adults, a slice of bread might seem harmless, but when stored wrong, it can become a hidden health risk. Many people casually store onions in the fridge, not realizing this habit could turn your kitchen into a bacterial hotspot. When placed in the fridge, onions absorb moisture and quickly become soft, watery, and moldy. This ruins their flavor and can create a breeding ground for harmful microorganisms. Even worse are pre-cut onions. If stored in the fridge uncovered or poorly sealed, they become an ideal environment for bacteria, some of which can cause foodborne illness. For seniors with weaker immune systems, the risk is even greater. Plus, onions have a strong odor that can easily contaminate other foods in the fridge, affecting your entire meal. Instead, store whole onions in a dry, cool, well-ventilated place. If cut, use them immediately or wrap tightly and use within a day. In the kitchen, small habits protect long-term health, especially for seniors. Don't let an innocent onion ruin your meal or your well-being. Think refrigerating tomatoes keeps them fresh? It's actually ruining their flavor and their nutrients. Tomatoes naturally ripen after being picked. Cold temperatures halt this process, leaving them dull, bland, and lower in vitamin C, a key antioxidant for seniors. Cold storage also damages their texture. The skin wrinkles, the inside turns mushy, and they absorb odors from other foods, affecting your entire dish. To preserve their natural goodness, keep tomatoes at room temperature away from sunlight. Let unripe tomatoes finish ripening, then use them fresh. For older adults, every meal is more than just food, it's natural medicine. Don't let your fridge rob you of that. You might think keeping garlic in the fridge preserves it, but it may actually pose a serious health risk, especially for older adults. Garlic is known for allicin, a compound with antibacterial and heart-healthy benefits. But refrigeration can cause garlic to sprout, reducing its potency and flavor. The biggest danger? Storing minced garlic in oil in the fridge, a habit that creates an anaerobic, cold environment perfect for Clostridium botulinum to thrive. This bacteria produces botulinum toxin, a potentially deadly substance that can cause paralysis or death if consumed. Seniors, with lower immunity, are particularly vulnerable. The safe approach? Store whole garlic in a cool, dry, dark place. Never refrigerate chopped garlic in oil. A simple change in habit can protect your health. Use garlic like medicine, wisely and safely. A cup of coffee each morning. For many older adults, it's more than just a habit, it's part of their mental wellness routine. But did you know that improper storage of your favorite coffee can silently harm your health? Many people believe storing coffee in the fridge helps it stay fresh longer. In fact, the opposite is true. The fridge is a humid environment filled with a mix of food odors. Coffee, by nature, absorbs moisture and smells very easily. After just a few days, your coffee beans or grounds can take on strange aromas and lose the original fragrance you love. Worse still, when coffee becomes damp, key antioxidants like chlorogenic acid begin to break down. This means it loses its heart protective and anti-aging benefits, essential for older adults. And when exposed to moisture without airtight storage, coffee can become moldy. Mold on coffee may produce toxins that can harm your liver, digestive system, and nervous system. The simple yet effective solution: store coffee in a cool, dry place, away from sunlight, in an airtight container. Avoid refrigeration altogether. A clean, aromatic cup of coffee not only wakes you up, it's a daily choice for better health. Honey, the liquid gold of nature, is praised for its health and longevity benefits. But if you've been keeping it in the refrigerator, you might be unknowingly diminishing its most precious value. Many people store honey in the fridge, thinking it will last longer. But in reality, cold temperatures are honey's silent enemy. When chilled, honey tends to crystallize, turning grainy or hard like candy. While not immediately harmful, this makes it harder to use, less convenient, and less enjoyable. Moreover, in the fridge's humid conditions, honey can begin to ferment over time, especially if the lid isn't tightly sealed. This can cause sourness, strange odors, and significantly reduce honey's natural antibacterial and antioxidant properties, the very qualities that help boost the immune system in older adults. So how should honey be stored properly? Simply keep it in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight, with the lid tightly closed after each use. Pure honey can last for years without needing refrigeration. Used properly, honey is more than just a food, it's a natural remedy that gently nourishes your health from within, day by day. Bananas, a humble, easy-to-eat fruit packed with energy and great for the brain, heart, and digestion. But one small mistake in storage can strip this golden fruit of all its nutritional benefits. Many assume fruit stays fresh longer in the fridge. But bananas are tropical fruits, they don't tolerate low temperatures well. When refrigerated, bananas stop ripening abruptly, and their peel turns dull and black. Even worse, the inside becomes mushy, loses its natural sweetness, and, most importantly, antioxidants like dopamine and vitamin C decline sharply. For older adults, these antioxidants are vital. They fight inflammation, protect nerve cells, slow brain aging, and enhance memory. Putting bananas in the fridge is like throwing away a natural superfood for your brain. The right way to store bananas: keep them at room temperature, in a dry, well-ventilated area away from direct sunlight. If they're overripe and you can't eat them in time, slice and freeze them, perfect for smoothies while retaining flavor and nutrients. With just a small change in habit, you can unlock the full benefits of bananas, an ordinary fruit with extraordinary value for aging health. Olive oil, often hailed as liquid gold for health, can become a hidden danger if stored incorrectly in your kitchen. Many people put olive oil in the fridge thinking it'll last longer. But did you know that cold temperatures can damage the chemical structure of this precious oil? In the fridge, olive oil often turns cloudy, thickens, and forms deposits. But what's more concerning is the frequent shift from cold to warm each time the oil is used, then returned to the fridge. This promotes oxidation. The result? Free radicals, the silent enemies of your cells, are formed, diminishing the anti-inflammatory compounds that make olive oil so valuable. For older adults, this is especially risky. Free radicals are major contributors to chronic inflammation, worsening joint issues, digestive disorders, and accelerating overall aging. And when olive oil thickens, it's harder to control the amount used, making it easier to overuse, especially problematic for those with liver, gallbladder, or dietary issues. So how should you store olive oil properly? Keep it in a cool, dark place, away from light, ideally in a dark glass bottle with a tight seal. Just a small change ensures you preserve the full value of this precious oil. Did you know? Some everyday foods, though seemingly harmless, can silently harm your health when kept in the fridge, especially for older adults. But with just a few storage tweaks, you can preserve nutrition and avoid hidden risks. Potatoes, onions, and garlic don't do well in the fridge's humidity. Store them in a dark, dry, and airy space to prevent sprouting, mold, and nutrient loss. These changes can reduce the risk of toxins and illness from accidental consumption. Bananas and tomatoes need warm air to ripen naturally. Don't let cold storage interrupt this process, or you'll lose flavor and key antioxidants. Room temperature is ideal. Bread kept in the fridge turns dry and molds quickly. Eat it within a few days at room temp, or freeze it if you need to store it longer. This smart trick keeps it soft. Coffee easily absorbs moisture and odors in the fridge, ruining its flavor. The best option, a sealed, dark container in a dry place. Honey only needs a tightly sealed jar in the cupboard. Cold makes it crystallize and lose its natural antibacterial properties. Olive oil should be stored in a dark bottle, in a cool spot, away from light to protect its valuable anti-inflammatory compounds. Taking proper care of your kitchen is a direct investment in your health, especially as you age. A refrigerator is not a one-size-fits-all safe for food. Understanding and practicing proper food storage is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect your health, especially after 60. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss any helpful videos in the future.